So it looks like Good Smile Company graced us with some new images and a pre-order link for some new Chainsaw Man figures. Really just one right now. The Figma Aki Hayakawa figure. Really cool that they didn't give up on this line, at least. Yeah, it's still a pretty popular line. The anime just hasn't aired in a little while. But sometimes with Figma, you never really know if something might be popular or not, to where who knows if they're going to keep up with it. But, you know, those two figures they are making in this line, Denji and Power, aren't out yet. And then they decided to release this one. Hopefully that means, you know, that they will keep making some other characters. Hey, Good Smile got to this character before Bandai Tamashii Nations did. So there's always a plus there. There's always a chance that Tamashii Nations could get the one eventually. But also, who knows with that. So either way, though, I'm happy that we have a figure of this character. He is really, really awesome. So, information really quick to go over is that based on what Good Smile says, it's coming out sometime next year, Q2 of 2024. Ami says February, so I would probably... These actually sometimes are subject to delays, not super big delays, though. So I'm assuming, if not by February of next year, that upcoming spring probably. So yeah, still a year away, and this is going to be around $80 if you're pre-ordering from the, you know, not including shipping. If you're pre-ordering from the Good Smile website, it's going to be before shipping around $67 based on what Ami says. But Good Smile Company's US website will have the pre-order bonus, which we'll talk about in a second. You've been seeing this image of Aki standing for a while. Here is a back shot there, so you get to see some of the details on the back as well. Not looking too bad, I don't think. Pretty nice details overall. You do see the nail sword right there. Unfortunately, they have confirmed that the nail-shaped sword is not removable, so we really just have displays, just a display for the nail sword. We don't actually have that sword. A little disappointing because we just get the standard sword, which is still pretty cool, but you can see some of the other details in the back, like how those shoes are done, as well as it's not really a bun for the hair. I don't actually know what kind of hairstyle it's supposed to be called. Looking on the front, though, I didn't really talk about the front details since I was talking, you know, gabbing a bit about the pre-order information and all that. But I don't think that this head sculpt is bad at all. Looking pretty good. You do see a hand that comes with a cigarette right there. That's rather nice. Details for the, you know, the suit jacket and all that. The actual tie looks nice. The ab articulation is my biggest concern. I'm sure there's going to be ball jointed segments. But there's also that soft plastic overlay covering all that. So how agile is this figure actually going to be? We will have to wait and see. But there seems to be some difference in engineering here. Sometimes when it comes to Good Smile products, they're all engineered, you know, they're sculpted uniquely, but engineering is, it could be pretty similar in terms of how some of the joints are done, like single joints in the elbows and knees, mostly ball joints in certain areas. But if you saw, we do have double jointed knees for this. Kind of reminds me of the Figma Kukulane. I think it's like one of the, I could be wrong, but one of the few Figma figures that actually has double jointed knees. And it looks like there's an actual huge sculpted piece around the chest for a butterfly joint. And I'm not saying that's, you know, necessarily a bad thing that looks sculpted like that. But part of me thinks that it's a tiny bit blocky the way that butterfly joint is done, but it's still nice, and if that range of motion works, then I can kind of forgive it. Here is another image of Aki in a pose there. At least we have, you know, the standard sword, I guess. He didn't use the nail sword super often. You know, it was just towards the end of season 1, so I kind of get it, but it would have been nice if we actually had that accessory and not just the sheathed version. But this is not a bad looking pose here. You can see how the basic Figma stand we have is on display there, working on there. So that's one thing to notice, is there will be a hole on the back of the figure like there always is. That's like my one common complaint with Figma figures. And I know why they're there. I'm glad they're there for security. Unfortunately, they have to be there to break up the sculpt, is what I'm trying to get to. I would rather have the security, though, to put these on a stand and have the hole in the back than them not having to. That sometimes could be a problem with SH Figuarts. Here's another action pose, just using the sword. Feels like you can't really do much with this figure because, you know, it doesn't come with that many accessories. But when you think about it, this character really doesn't need that many accessories, and the action poses you're going to get this character in are mostly using the sword. And you got to see how the screaming face looks in the previous image. You get to see it here as well. Now, here is the con. Yes, that's so sick. The con. I'm trying to the hand signal. I'm trying to figure out what the word was. But that's cool that it comes with that. Very glad. You know, I wouldn't expect much else, but still nice to see that we're getting that accessory, so you can do those. I wonder if this is just me kind of brainstorming here, but their pop-up parade line, they have large pop-up parades. They're making a Rika from Jujutsu Kaisen 0 as a pop-up parade. It's going to be a larger scale. I'm wondering if we could ever get the Fox Devil potentially from that. That would be interesting. Maybe, I don't know, actually have no idea if there's anything Fox Devil related, but that would be cool to pair with Aki here. And then we have this one face that has one eye shut, so that is rather nice. You see how that soft plastic strap can go around the figure from the sword bag, basically. Okay, here are all of the accessories on display. When you see here, yeah, it's rather, you know, not too many. It's what's going on here. Basically, just 2 extra face plates. Still nice that we have those face plates. He's not the most expressive character, so I don't really blame them for that. Just a few hands, relaxed hands, sword holding hands, as well as a cigarette holding hand and the kon hand. You also have the sword right there, as well as the nail sword. It would have been nice if nail was removable, so that way you can actually maybe, you know, if they made a space to interchange both swords. I don't know. There, you can see now there's no weapon storage for the normal sword either, so that's interesting to see. But hey, not too bad what we have so far. Last thing I do want to talk about is the pre-order bonus. It's the glaring face there. This is definitely the what I like to call the nuts or nothing scene, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's what that reminds me of, so that's cool. I think this might have been him sweating in another panel or another part of the season 1. I don't exactly remember, but that's what I would probably be using that face for. So I would have liked maybe if the pre-order bonus, well, I mean, it would have been nice if, what I'm about to say, if the pre-order bonus was included with this figure. Pre-order bonus should have been nail. But then I was going to say that pre-order bonus should have been a normal accessory. So it should have, could have, would have, I guess. Overall, not too bad what they've shown off here. Pretty nice looking. I did go ahead and pre-order this. I actually pre-ordered it from Good Smiles website, which it is a little bit more expensive than Ami. But if you sign up with Good Smile, it's free to make an account. But if you have an account with them and you pre-order their items within the pre-order period, you get half off on the pre-order item. For the, the shipping, I should clarify that really quick. You get half off on the shipping. So instead of this being like a $13, $14 shipping rate, with it being in stock, it is like $8 shipping, I think, right now. So that's about it for me. Also, you don't get charged yet from them until it is in stock. That's about it for the information I have here. What do you think about this figure? Your thoughts, leave it down in the comments below. Do you think Tamashii Nations might follow this up soon? I hope so. Hopefully someone's going to make a Makima as well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.